the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in the binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune and turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. In shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go.
For the study of language to remain solely the business of a handful of specialists would be a quite unacceptable state of affairs. In practice, the study of language is in some degree or other the concern of everyone. But a paradoxical consequence of this general interest is that no other subject has fostered more absurd notions, more prejudices, more illusions, or more fantasies. From a psychological point of view, these errors are of interest in themselves. But it is the primary task of the linguist to denounce them, and to eradicate them as completely as possible. Ferdinand de Saussure, Course in General Linguistics. Thanks for reading No Mic Podcast Scribed by Facelesslingjutsu. Subscribe for free to receive new posts and support my work. Ferdinand de Saussure fundamentally shifted how we understand language. He moved away from studying how languages change over time and instead focused on language as a structured system in the present. He proposed that language is built on signs, each composed of a signifier, the sound, and a signified, the concept, and that the connection between these is arbitrary. He emphasized that meaning within a language comes from the differences between its signs, rather than from any inherent quality of the signs themselves. This approach, outlined in his Course in General Linguistics, laid the groundwork for structuralism and profoundly influenced various fields by showing how systems of signs shape our understanding of the world. Ferdinand de Saussure's early life was marked by a precocious aptitude for language and a strong intellectual environment. Born in Geneva, Switzerland, in 1857, he came from a family with a distinguished scientific background, which undoubtedly fostered his scholarly inclinations. Even as a young boy, he demonstrated an extraordinary ability to learn languages. By the age of 15, he had already acquired proficiency in several languages, including Latin, Greek, English, German, and French, and even produced an essay on the nature of languages. His formal education began in Geneva, where he exhibited exceptional talent. He then went on to pursue advanced studies in linguistics at prestigious universities such as Leipzig, Paris, and Berlin. It was during these formative years that he immersed himself in the prevailing linguistic theories of the time, particularly those of the neo-grammarians, who emphasized the importance of historical and comparative linguistics. Notably, at the remarkably young age of 21, Saussure published a significant work, Note on the Primitive System of the Indo-European Vowels, which showcased his profound understanding of Indo-European languages and established his reputation as a promising linguist. These early experiences and scholarly pursuits laid the foundation for his later groundbreaking contributions to the field of linguistics, where he would eventually shift the focus from historical analysis to the study of language as a structured system. 1881 De l'emploi du génitif absolu en Sanskrit, these pour le doctorat presenti à la faculté de philosophie de l'Université de Leipzig equals on the use of the genitive absolute in Sanskrit, doctoral thesis presented to the philosophy department of Leipzig University. Geneva, Julski Yom Fick. Online version on the Internet Archive. This doctoral thesis represents Saussure's early, rigorous engagement with historical and comparative linguistics, specifically focusing on the grammatical structure of Sanskrit. In this work, he meticulously analyzed the use of the genitive absolute, a complex grammatical construction, demonstrating his profound understanding of Indo-European languages and his ability to conduct detailed linguistic analysis. This early publication showcases his adherence to the prevailing neo-grammarian principles of his time, emphasizing empirical observation and systematic analysis of linguistic data. Ferdinand de Saussure's health began to decline in the years leading up to his death. He passed away on February 20, 1913, in Vauffalens-le-Château, Switzerland, at the age of 55. His death occurred before the posthumous publication of his course in general linguistics, which would later solidify his immense influence. While he was recognized as a prominent linguist during his lifetime, the full extent of his impact was realized after his death. Course in General Linguistics, though published posthumously in 1916, stands as Ferdinand de Saussure's most influential and enduring contribution to the field of linguistics. It wasn't a book he wrote in the traditional sense, but rather a compilation of his lecture notes, meticulously assembled by his former students, Charles Bally and Albert Cici. These lectures, delivered at the University of Geneva between 1907 and 1911, represented a radical departure from the prevailing linguistic theories of the time. Saussure sought to establish a scientific foundation for the study of language, moving away from the historical and comparative focus that had dominated 19th-century linguistics. He proposed a structuralist approach, viewing language not as a collection of isolated words, but as a complex system of interconnected elements. The course introduced several key concepts that revolutionized linguistic thought. Saussure distinguished between langue, the abstract system of language shared by a community, and parole, the individual act of speaking. He argued that linguistics should primarily focus on langue, the underlying structure that enables communication. He defined the linguistic sign as a two-sided entity, comprising the signifier, the sound image, and the signified, the concept. Crucially, he emphasized the arbitrary nature of the relationship between the signifier and the signified, meaning that there is no inherent connection between a word and its meaning. Instead, meaning arises from the differences and relationships between signs within the system. Furthermore, Saussure highlighted the importance of viewing language as a system of values, where each element derives its significance from its contrast with other elements. This relational view of meaning was a profound insight, emphasizing that language is not a collection of independent units, but a structured whole. The course established the foundation for structuralism, a movement that extended beyond linguistics to influence fields such as anthropology, sociology, and literary theory, demonstrating the profound impact of Saussure's ideas on our understanding of language and culture. In essence, this work provided the framework for a new science of signs, or semiotics, and changed the way scholars think about the relationship between language, thought, and the world. 1922 Recueil de publications scientifiques de F. de Saussure. eds Charles Bally and Leopold Gautier. Lausanne, Geneva, Payet. This collection of Saussure's scientific publications, compiled by his colleagues Charles Bally and Leopold Gautier, aimed to gather his previously published works, making them more accessible to scholars. It provided a comprehensive overview of his earlier contributions to linguistics, particularly his work on Indo-European languages and historical linguistics. This compilation served to consolidate his reputation as a significant figure in the field, even before the full impact of his course in general linguistics was widely recognized. 1993 Saussure's third course of lectures in general linguistics 1910–1911 from the notebooks of Émile Constantin. Language and Communication Series, Volume 12. French text edited by Isuke Komatsu and trans. By Roy Harris. Oxford, Pergamon Press. This publication presented a reconstruction of Saussure's third course of lectures on general linguistics, based on the notebooks of his student, Émile Constantin. It offered valuable insights into the development of his groundbreaking theories, providing a more direct glimpse into his thought processes and the nuances of his ideas than the posthumously compiled course in general linguistics. 1995 Phonetic, Il Manoscritto di Harvard Houghton Library BMS 266 francs 8. Ed Maria Pia Marchesi. Padova, Unipris, 1995. This publication focused on a manuscript by Saussure found at the Harvard Houghton Library, specifically dealing with phonetics. It shed light on his detailed investigations into the sounds of language, revealing his meticulous approach to phonetic analysis. This manuscript provided further evidence of Saussure's comprehensive understanding of linguistic phenomena, extending beyond his theoretical contributions to encompass empirical studies of sound. 2002 Écrits de linguistique générale. Eds Simon Bouquet and Rudolf Engler. Paris, Gallimard. ISBN 978-2-07-076116-6. Transaction Carol Sanders and Matthew Pires, trans. Writings in General Linguistics. New York, Oxford University Press, 2006. This collection of Saussure's writings on general linguistics, edited by Simon Bouquet and Rudolf Engler, offered a more complete and nuanced understanding of his theoretical contributions. Notably, it included the reconstruction of a text from manuscript pages found in 1996, titled The Double Essence of Language, which contained ideas that resonated with his established theories. This publication provided scholars with access to previously unpublished material, allowing for a deeper exploration of his thinking on the fundamental nature of language. 2013 Anagrams Homeriques. Ed Pierre-Yves Testenoir. Limoges, Lambert Lucas. This publication focused on Saussure's extensive, albeit largely unpublished during his lifetime, research on anagrams, particularly those found in Homeric texts. It revealed a hidden dimension of his linguistic investigations, demonstrating his fascination with the intricate patterns and structures within language. This work showcased his meticulous and obsessive approach to linguistic analysis, extending beyond conventional grammatical and semantic studies to explore the hidden layers of textual organization. 2014 Un vie en lettres 1866–1913. Ed Claudia Megiaquijano. Ed. Nouvelle Cécile Defaut. This collection of Saussure's letters provided a biographical perspective on his life and intellectual development. It offered a glimpse into his personal thoughts, interactions with colleagues, and the evolution of his linguistic ideas. These letters humanized Saussure, revealing the man behind the influential theories, and provided valuable context for understanding his scholarly pursuits. It is certainly the case that Saussure, considered the most important linguist of the century in Europe until the 1950s, hardly plays a role in current theoretical thinking about language. As a result of the Chomskyan revolution, linguistics has gone through a number of conceptual transformations which have led to all kinds of technical preoccupations that are far beyond linguistic practice of the days of Saussure. For the most, it seems Saussure has rightly sunk into near oblivion. Jan Koster. Reference and citation, Halliday, M.A.K. 1978. Language as Social Semiotic, The Social Interpretation of Language and Meaning. London, Edward Arnold. Halliday, M.A.K. and Hassan, Ruqayya. 1985. Language, Context, and Text, Aspects of Language in a Social Semiotic Perspective. Geelong, Vic, Deakin University Press, republished by Oxford University Press, 1989. Culler, Jonathan. 1976. Saussure. Glasgow, Fontana Collins. Harris, Roy. 1987. Reading Saussure, A Critical Commentary on the Cours de Linguistique Générale. London, Duckworth. Koster, Jan. 2005. The Saussurean Paradigm, Has It All Been a Waste of Time in Studies in Language, 29 3, 645-659. Joseph, Johnny. 2012. Saussure. Oxford, Oxford University Press. Boerisak, Paul. 1998. Saussure, Ferdinand. In Encyclopedia of Semiotics. Edited by Paul Boerisak. Oxford, Oxford University Press, 557-561. Holdcroft, David. 1991. Saussure, Signs, System, and Arbitrariness. Cambridge, Cambridge University Press. Thibault, Paul J. 1997. Rereading Saussure, The Dynamics of Signs in Social Life. London, Routledge. Sanders, Carol ed. 2004. The Cambridge Companion to Saussure. Cambridge, Cambridge University Press. Lepshi, Julio C. 1994. Saussure and Indo-European Linguistics. In History of Linguistics, Volume 3, Renaissance and Early Modern Linguistics. Edited by Julio C. Lepshi. London, Longman, 123-145. Eco, Umberto. 1976. A Theory of Semiotics. Bloomington, Indiana University Press. Saussure took the sign as the organizing concept for linguistic structure, using it to express the conventional nature of language in the phrase l'arbitraire du signe. This has the effect of highlighting what is, in fact, the one point of arbitrariness in the system, namely the phonological shape of words, and hence allows the non-arbitrariness of the rest to emerge with greater clarity. An example of something that is distinctly non-arbitrary is the way different kinds of meaning in language are expressed by different kinds of grammatical structure, as appears when linguistic structure is interpreted in functional terms. Michael Halliday.
Mics on the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in a binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark, unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no frame, just the sound we crave. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Face Faceless words you can touch and feel. Hidden in shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go. Pure and raw. Pure and raw. Silence break, raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel.